This video is about managing iOS applications purchased through Apple Volume Purchase Program. Joe Unser, an employee at CalPro Services, is a BMC Client Management Administrator for a multinational organization. Joe's organization has decided to purchase a large volume of iOS applications for the employees. They want BMC Client Management to manage iOS applications right from licensing to distributing these applications that are purchased through Volume Purchase Program or VPP. The organization also wants to retain ownership of these purchase licenses. For example, when employees retire their devices or when new employees join, the organization should be able to retire existing licenses and reassign it to new users as needed. This is the end-to-end process from creating a VPP account in Apple to installing applications with VPP licenses. Step 1 of the process is related to setting up a VPP account in Apple. Steps 2 through 5 are to be done on the BMC Client Management console. The VPP feature supports only business accounts. VPP applications that are directly licensed to a device must be running iOS version 9.3 or later. VPP applications that are licensed to BMC Client Management users can use devices that run any iOS version. Setting up a VPP account with Apple, the following prerequisites must be met. You must have a valid VPP account with Apple, a server that can be provisioned as a mobile device manager to distribute the VPP applications to BMC Client Management users. Finally, you must download the VPP token from Apple. It is used to create a VPP account while adding VPP account in BMC Client Management console. Next, you must enroll mobile devices to an MDM server. In the BMC Client Management console, you must configure an MDM server. You must install the Apple push certificate and finally enroll all mobile devices to the MDM server. Refer to the video titled BMC Client Management Configuring Mobile Device Management. The next step in the process is to synchronize the VPP accounts in BMC Client Management console. Under the Mobile Device Management node, go to Apple Volume Purchase Program. Right-click in the window. From the menu options, click Create an Account. Enter the account name and browse to the token that you downloaded from the Apple website and finally click OK. This creates the VPP account under the Apple Volume Purchase Program node. On the Apple Volume Purchase Program node, you can view the newly added VPP account. You want to synchronize your VPP account in BMC Client Management console to populate and view the latest applications that were purchased from the Apple's website. You can either manually synchronize the VPP account or you can schedule a synchronization. There are 3 entities that are updated after every synchronization. VPP assets. These are applications that are purchased from the Apple website. VPP users. The VPP user who is also registered with the MDM server and is also identified as a BCM user. And finally, VPP licenses. Only licenses that are associated with an iOS device or a VPP user are displayed. To synchronize VPP accounts in BMC Client Management, go to the Mobile Device Management node and click Configuration. In the Apple Purchase Program page, there are 4 parameters that you can configure. Account synchronization interval. This is the time interval in seconds after which the VPP assets, users and licenses are synchronized in BMC Client Management. Use VPP email as user identification. Select the parameter if you want to associate the VPP users with the BMC Client Management users using the VPP email address that you provided during the synchronization process. The email address used for BMC Client Management and VPP must be unique. User invite count. It is a number of times BMC Client Management sends an invite to a user for participating in the VPP program till the invite count is reached or if the user accepts the invitation before the last invite. User invite interval. The time interval after which an invited VPP user is synchronized in BMC Client Management. If you set this parameter to 0, synchronization is deactivated. The next step in the process is to install applications using VPP licenses. After the VPP account is synchronized in BMC Client Management, the VPP account is populated by users and assets. Users is the VPP user that is synchronized in BMC Client Management, and assets are all the applications that are associated and purchased through the VPP account from Apple. Prerequisites to associate a VPP asset with a BMC Client Management user. A VPP user must be associated with a single iTunes account. A VPP asset must have at least one license that is available. A BMC Client Management user can only be associated with a VPP asset if that user has an association with a VPP user. Prerequisites to associate a VPP asset with an iOS device. The iOS device, which is ready for installing applications through VPP, must be enrolled in the mobile device manager system. It must be running an iOS 9.3 version or later, and it must be supported by the VPP asset. To know more about the VPP licenses that were purchased for applications from Apple, go to the Assets node and view details such as the total license count, the available licenses, the licenses that are retired, and additional information about every asset. After synchronizing the VPP account in BMC Client Management and enrolling mobile devices, all the VPP applications are automatically created under the Mobile Applications node. The Mobile Applications node contains those applications that are ready to be distributed and licensed to iOS devices of BMC Client Management users. Right-click an application. From the menu options, click Create Mobile Command to install the application. In the command wizard, enter the name of the command, select the type to install application, and click Next. In the command options, select the application that you would like to install. Select the VPP account that will license the applications. Select Remove on Enrollment Withdrawal if you want to uninstall the application when the mobile device is no longer enrolled with BMC Client Management. Click Next. In the command assignment window, you can select device groups or specific devices for which you want to install the selected application, or you can select user groups or users for which you want to install the selected application. After the MDM server distributes and licenses the applications, you can view the status of installation on the commands node. Select the application that you installed, browse for the devices or user groups that you selected during the installation process. If you install the application on devices, the Assign Devices page displays the list of devices and their corresponding installation status. You have now seen how to add synchronized VPP applications from Apple into BMC Client Management and then install these VPP applications for BMC Client Management users. For more information, refer to docs.bmc.com.